Their
home internet.
Hello, internet.
What's up, internet?
They open on the 30th of May at home, but their season starts, I think, your birthday.
Really? That soon now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Saturday the 17th is your birthday, technically.
Sunday the 17th.
Yeah, Sunday the 17th.
Saturday is the 16th.
Yeah, so it's either Saturday or Sunday is their away opener. They play a lot of Tuesdays, Sundays this year because the division went to 14 teams. So they now have hold on, we get there in just a moment. Settle down.
She always checks the buttons.
No, she's
being a dick.
She's being a dick. But
Stop being a dick.
She can do
Like,
that.
this could totally be a phone call or a porch piss.
So anyways, there's more teams in the league. They added 3 more teams. So
Got it.
You don't play everybody twice and all that kind of shit. But yeah, the season runs longer and they have more games.
Got it.
Oh.
Are you tasting it all or no?
No.
Okay.
Hold on, let me decide who I want to go with.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I'm ready.
Fucking killing me. I'm second guessing everything.
This is JB McConville, a.k.a. J Business. I don't have any allegiance. I'm just looking for the money. You're listening to the DU Football Show.
There's a lot of numbers going on right now.
There is.
Although we do know there is a second club that is officially relegated. That's happened.
Yes.
And it's starting to look more and more, even though somebody got a first win, they're still in the drop.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start the
Big
show.
time.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston. Sam Houston? Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey. Sam Graham. Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by 2 common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, the soon-to-be international traveler with Big Bobby the Plug.
That's right.
My co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right. Getting gearing up for the old trip. Did a have a very, very brief anecdote. I had to go to Target to get all my travel stuff because we're only taking carry-ons.
Right.
So I had to get my little toothpaste and my little shampoo and all that shite, right?
Right.
And Carly was annoyed with me, so she made me take Cameron with me while the other 2 kids were asleep.
And I'm sure Cameron had plenty of questions about the little tiny things.
No, not all. No, not at all. I fucking hate taking the kids to the store because it always ends up in a fight because they always ask for everything they goddamn see, right? I fucking cannot stand taking the kids to the store.
No.
But it was kind of rainy, so she was like, she needs to get out of the house, take her. I was like, all right, fine, man, whatever. So anytime she forces me to do this, 2 out of the 17 things she asks for, I buy in the hopes that my wife will go, stop buying her shit or don't take her to the store. I go, oh, cool, no problem. I won't take her to the store anymore.
I won't take her to the store anymore.
Yeah.
That is exactly the way to do it. That is dadding on a certain level.
Oh, I'm playing 4D chess over here.
It's very good. Yeah.
And on the way to the store, Cameron asks if we could buy a bath bomb because she wants to do a spa.
No, do a spa.
And she wants the spa to be calm, quiet, and sensible.
Sensible.
And then she asked me to pick flowers from our neighbor's garden to float in the water. After the bath bomb had done its thing.
You're right.
She wanted to be the only one in the bath, none of her sisters.
She needed a break.
I'm not sure where she heard the word sensible. She used it completely incorrectly. And I loved everything about it, so I bought her 2.
Yes, I love that.
Got her 2 bath bombs.
Yeah, you were like, yeah, honey, I bought her a bath bomb. My child needs a sensible
spa. She calls it a spa. A sensible spa.
Yeah. And if my daughter needs that, damn it, I'm a father that provides, and she will have that.
She will have a sensible spa. With
Someone-
stolen flowers floated in her water.
Someone who could also probably go for a sensible spa on the ones and twos, producer Mel. How you doing over there, producer Mel?
Yeah, people can tip me in massages.
Yeah.
It is the beginning of Hell Week for
Getting its middle because it's been already.
it's been. It's Mel is getting ready for May Day and making all the pretty. So
You're not going to let her to tell it this time?
all the creativity is out of her brain.
I'm outsourcing all of it. Sam is doing such a good job taking care of me. He's even speaking for me now.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, Sam, how do people go about doing that?
It's at DU Football Show on all the social media, dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. I love that Mel just decided to push the microwave. Like I said, I don't need this tonight.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly. And
I mean, it's more time for her to make sandwiches, really. She doesn't have to
Exactly.
make the talkie-talkie.
the problem is, Mr. Graham, you're truly been making all the fucking sandwiches here for the past week and going to be doing it for the rest of this week. I've already prepped, like, the whole pantry's got, like, all the ramen bowls in it and just, like, there's shit in the fridge.
Quick meals to...
Pre-cooked and ready to go. Be like, bitch, all you got to do is heat water.
Right.
Like, for real. Like,
Put it in, hit 30 seconds, consume.
You're good.
Yeah.
Add some chicken to it for protein.
Right,
Yay. Should somebody want to support the show, Mr. Graham, or listen to this show without any ads, how do they go about doing that?
Very easy. It's patreon.com/DU Football Show. You sign up to that $5 tier. You get all the extras Sam was talking about, as well as ad-free DU Football shows.
Excellent. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep passion and love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, pardon me, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham,
We're almost done.
we are on number 2. By the way, before you get to number 2, I just want to let you know, while you are away next Monday in London, we will not be doing number 1.
Okay.
I will be waiting for number 1 until you come back.
Thank you.
It's the least we should do.
Thank you. So 12 years from now.
Yeah.
Wait, how old's Skylar?
Yeah.
16 years.
16 years from now.
Yeah.
Just going to disappear.
I'll send money.
Love it. All
As
right.
long as the exchange rate stays good, they'll be fine.
All right.
They'll be fine.
So what do we got here, bud?
So the number 2 whiskey of the year is the Oban 15-year-old Oloroso and Palo Cortado Cask Finish. This is a cask strength single malt Scotch from the Highlands from Oban. It comes to you at 110.6 proof.
That's big for Scotch.
Big time.
Bourbons could get up into that 120s. American single malts could get up into that 130s, but you don't
You
normally.
don't normally see above
not-
110
not
in
for
Scotland.
not for Scotland.
That's a 55.3% by volume for those of you keeping track at home. Should run you about $150 according to the Whiskey Advocate. They rated it a 95, and your blurb comes from David Savannah of the Whiskey Advocate Tasting Panel, and this is what he says. Oban is one of the oldest and smallest distilleries in Scotland, located just 208 steps from the water in a western Scottish town that was named for the distillery that opened in 1794, excuse me. Released this spring, this is a new take on Oban, aged in European and American oak and finished for more than 4 years in Oloroso and Palo Cortado sherry casks. That cask finishing lends so much alluring sweetness to this whiskey. It lures you in with a nutty sweet aroma, then reveals layers of chocolate, brown sugar, candied yams, and other sweets with complexity, balance, and elegance.
It is fucking incredible. It does not. This tastes like a 90. This does not taste like 110 at all. The nose is both of the sherry, so it's lots of creamy sugar, brulee, and caramel, and it is. God
And
damn
a
it.
little bit of heather.
Yeah, I'll give you heather. It's really fucking good. I'm interested to see what it's with the water.
It's quite fruity as well.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of stone fruit in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but like apricot stands out. It might just be things coming together that make it smell like apricot, though.
Like I said, I'm telling you, you have a sip that I would fail miserably if you told me to say the proof. I would have said standard 90. It does not taste like 110 at all.
No, not at all. That's
not
delicious.
One bit. That is number one better fucking blow.
You get a lot of that nuttiness up front, like almond, cashew.
Yeah.
And then it gives way for me to a lot of dark fruit.
If you're
over the mid palate, and then finishes creme brulee, brown sugar.
if you're a sherry fan,
this is delicious.
Again, number one better be fucking stellar, because this is the best whiskey.
Phenomenal.
The entire list so far. This
is very good.
Wow.
Yeah. Super happy with this.
And you can find it. It's on the shelf.
Yeah.
You can find this whiskey. Holy fuck, this is good.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's
Fucking
excellent, man. Very impressed. I'm excited to see what the water does to it. I'm worried it might soften it too much, since it doesn't drink too hot.
Yeah. Well, I already poured some on ice while we were doing our talk early, so I wanted to let the ice kind of already impact it. Knowing that we were doing a scotch, I was like, just go ahead and do it quickly.
Yeah.
Little bit more the dessert characteristics. Creamy. This whiskey is creamy. It's really got this lovely fucking mouthfeel to it that is just goddamn delightful. Sorry, Ross. It is really fucking good.
A little bit of tobacco after the water hit.
It's
so good.
I mean,
it's so good.
This is one of the best whiskeys I can remember us having on the list.
This show, period.
Yeah, it's
exceptional.
Show it for the camera again, kids.
I want to go find this bottle just to have one at the house.
Tell you what, whoever's winning fantasy,
you should buy this bottle. You should get
this bottle, or you might not want to take this bottle because it might be practically empty at the whiskey party.
Right. Since it'll be a domestic, I might look while we're over there.
Mm-hmm. Get it a little cheaper. I mean, the exchange rate will probably end up being the same price, and then I got to ship it. Right.
But that's fucking phenomenal.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Really, really, really,
super
really
happy.
Exceptional. All right, what else should we always do, Mr. Graham?
Always remember to drink responsibly unless you come across some sweet nectar like this.
Yeah, then you and your friend drink the fuck out this bottle.
No, always remember to drink responsibly.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
That was a damn good clink, my friend.
Wasn't too shabby, that.
Not at all. We are actually going to start with a crazy weekend for the Battle of Survival that saw one club set the table with an emphatic win, and then two swapping spots multiple times in a 10-minute span. Forest 5, Sunderland 0, Spurs 1, Wolves 0, West Ham 2, Everton 1.
To say what's funny about this is that it was wild, but nothing actually changed.
No, that's the craziest thing. Well, and really, like, I mean, we'll get to it. Let's talk Forest first. 5 goals, 5 different goal scorers. 1 was an own goal. 3 off of set pieces. Absolute domination from Forest. You know what this made me think of?
Sells had to make a couple saves, though.
What this made me think of, a few years back, Everton in the scrap, seemingly looking like, fuck, this is not going to go their way. They went to Brighton and proceeded to beat them 5-1. That made everybody go, huh?
Yeah.
Where'd these goals come from? And why did they capitulate? I mean, because Sunderland, you're going to the Stadium Light, they've only lost there twice.
Well,
and they sure as hell ain't going to get the shit kicked out of them.
Those 2 losses have been recent, though.
Right.
So their run of form at the Stadium of Light has dwindled a bit.
but you're
still
not going to
this
get
season
the shit kicked out
it's their
of you.
biggest loss of the season.
I mean,
and
wow.
also the biggest loss at the stadium for 35, 40 years kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, just Forrest walked in and mushroom stamp on forehead right the fuck away.
Big time. When me and the old dads played Rocket League, we call it a dolph, dick on forehead.
Yep.
Bow.
So, yeah.
Dolphed you.
That's exactly what the fuck it was,
And
too.
it was 16 minutes of fury. Is what it was. Was that 4 goals in 16 minutes towards the end of that first half?
Yes, and I know you probably want to talk a little bit about the goals. You got some stuff written, but I already have a question for you. Is the mere presence of Chris Wood that big of a fucking impact to this team?
Well, I think it balances the team. I don't think Igor Jesus has settled in.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't started scoring till recently. The last few weeks has been his first goals.
So it's been a little odd. I think he's found it a little tough to adjust to life in the Premier League. It also doesn't help that you have such vastly different managers that start middle and end, right? I mean, Vitor Pereira is a bit more like Nuno, but you had Ange in the middle of that. It was just hell for leather. We don't play defense or practice set plays.
And then you had Dyche, which was...
Oh, I forgot. They've had 4 managers
If
this
all
season.
11 of you aren't behind the fucking ball, I'm
Right.
going to fucking skull fuck you.
Yeah, I
Right.
forgot they had Dyche this season as well. And very rarely do we see a team stay up with 4, having had 4 managers in a season. Usually the third one is the stamp that you're going down.
Dude, we're going to have multiple teams that have had 3 or 4 managers and are going to stay up because Chelsea's now on manager number 3.
Yeah, but the
And they're
budget,
staying up.
you got to look at the budget there. That sets them apart.
But still, multiple teams
Yeah.
are going to survive. And if Spurs survive, there's another one that's
That had
gone through
3,
3.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild stuff. I've never seen an own goal like that. To start everything off, Igor Jesus gets a ball whipped into him to the far post, and he heads it off the back of the defender, trying to head it back across goal, and that wrong foot sells, and it goes into the back of the net, and Trey Hume, unfortunately for him,
Well, also with Hume.
did I say sells?
Yeah.
Meant roofs.
Yeah. Yeah. But with Hume, like, he just let that ball go over his head thinking it was going out of bounds.
He didn't know
Yeah.
Jesus was there.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true. He did not know Jesus was there.
So it's almost like if ever you deserved an own goal, you deserved that own goal, bud. You know what? He didn't deserve to score that one. He deserved to put that one off of you and into the back of the net. So
Right.
everybody just knew exactly how much you just fucked that play off.
The other thing is there was a lot of uncharacteristic sloppy football out of the back from Sunderland. All season, they've been very good at playing out of the back. They've been very good at holding possession, knowing when they need to get rid of it,
Yeah, the Wood goal.
and playing through the lines brilliantly well. And Roofs just had a brain fart and essentially kicked it straight at Chris Wood. He had to stretch for it, but got a deflection on it. But then how smart of Morgan Gibbs-White. Just held it for a second, took one touch, allowed Wood to get back on side, and then fired in a fantastic pass. It was good feet from Chris Wood as well, and we saw the finishing. We saw the entirety of last season before he had this injury-ravaged season this year, which was absolutely fantastic finish from him.
Yeah. And then after that, you had the 2 set pieces, which just asleep at the fucking wheel for Sunderland.
It was one of those. It was one of those games that just sometimes you just have a bad day at the office.
Yeah.
And this was theirs. I mean, the good part for them, right, is that they've done enough all season that they're easily safe.
They're safe.
Right, easily safe. And that's not something we've seen over the last few seasons from the promoted sides. So I don't know if it's a little bit of a complacency or some sort of just like there's not a lot of time left. They're on beach time now. Their European aspirations are pretty much dead in the water after the last 5-6 weeks. So I think it might just be a little bit of complacency, and just taking some players maybe taking their foot off the gas while other ones are still trying pretty hard. When that happens, you don't move together and it creates gaps.
And obviously, Forest is still not officially safe, but not only do you win, you hold serve because everybody else ultimately won. But
you set the tone for the weekend is the big part.
You also put up a fucking 5 spot. Like they're
And
in
goal differential's
they're in
huge.
control of
Yeah.
goal differential.
Oh yeah, But the other piece of that is playing first is such a big advantage, right? And they went out and took care of their own business.
Yeah.
If we win, we're still in where we are.
Right.
We're still safe. No matter what anyone else does, we're safe.
That applies for you next week. You guys beat Fulham. City don't play till Monday.
Right.
And they got a lot of time to fucking think about it.
Yep. So what you've got here is a situation in which they were presented an opportunity and a task, and they went out and set the agenda. This is what we're doing. Bang. And they did it.
Yeah.
And the other two teams, West Ham, who also quite in form, right? And Spurs, obviously, who we're going to talk about in a few minutes as well. Those two teams then have to play catch-up. They have the pressure of knowing that lead is extended, even if only temporarily. Now, both of them ended up, doing the business, and good for them. Spurs came out the worse for wear, though, on the other side of it, which we'll come on to. But it was very well done for Forest. Besides Brighton, I think Forest are probably the form team in the league at the moment.
I don't disagree. Now, I am going to take a page out of what I do every year at the end of the season, because all the games for the final game of the season all get played at the same time. I write the show as a timeline and when goals happen and stuff like that. Because both Spurs and West Ham played at the exact same time, I want to kind of lump them together. So we're going to do that. We're going to tell these as a timeline of both games as they're going on simultaneously.
Real quick, I thought you were going to bring it up and you didn't. Did you think it was a foul denying Sunderland their equalizer? I didn't think it was a foul.
I didn't
personally.
think it was a foul. No.
But then the ruthlessness of Forrest to go down the field, a minute and a half later and score again, and just like, go fuck yourself.
Well, you can't let those things get you. That's what happened Merseyside Derby. That's the lot.
It was not a foul at all. That Sunderland goal should have stood. Yeah. But all right.
Kickoff. Everton opens hot, red hot. They are all over West Ham. Mm-hmm. Spurs completely controlling, but offering fuck all. Like, that's the start of the game. They just, I want to credit Danny from the Whole Lot of Wolves podcast. As he put it, these were two shit football teams playing a shit football match.
Right.
Yes. And from there, the irons begin to build into the game, and it is very clear, and we talked about this on Injury Time, what it was they were going to do. It was Somerville, and it was Bowen, and they were going to be fast and counterattack quickly and go against a slow defense of Everton. Somerville had himself a day. All 3 yellow cards that Everton received were fouls on Somerville.
On Somerville, yeah.
Somerville was just...
He was dangerous the whole game.
Ripping up grass. And at the same time, Wolves are literally 11 behind the ball. Rob Edwards has started a bunch of kids. He's already doing the transition to championship life, right? And Wolves are playing with zero intensity at all, man.
Well, they still had chances, though, as well, which does not bode well for Tottenham.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, man. You're playing a dead man walking who clearly does not care. They're playing their kids. Mm-hmm. Their kids may play with some gumption because they want to have a spot on the team next year. But for you, fucking make them pay.
Or they want to move.
Yeah. Make them fucking pay. Mm-hmm. And Spurs just
they don't do that.
Nothing. Like nothing at all, right?
And the finishing from both teams in that game was absolutely diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely diabolical.
Then, at that point, because there's really not a lot to talk about in the first halves of either match, but the big thing, Dominic Solanke goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're trying to stay up, the one thing you need is every fucking goal scorer because obviously no one's been the dominant
goals have been one of the problems for them, right? Goals have been one of the issues.
There isn't a singular dominant goal scorer, but if you have someone who could score goals, this week it's Solanke, next week it's Richarlison. Somebody each
Xavi
week.
Simons last week.
Right. Someone does it for you. Someone gets that goal, and you take away one of those pieces, And now you just got to ask Richarlison to run like fucking crazy. He'll do it.
That's something he does well.
He'll do it.
Like one thing he does well.
He did it for fucking Everton.
Once again, the only Brazilian without a Brazil button.
Right. But half goes off, and there we are, 0-0. Everything's still the same. West Ham are above Spurs by 2 points. So everything's just what it was, right? Whistle kicks. Whistle blows for the start of the second half. Sorry there.
Whistle kicks.
Yeah. Potential penalty not called with Pickford going out for a ball.
Controversial point. We'll come up to it at the end. I think that what stops the other penalty from being called.
That's fair enough. I
think it's a makeup call, which human beings do. It should not be a thing, but human beings do it. I think this was a nailed-on penalty and a potential red card for how high he caught him, although he was genuinely trying to play the ball, which might have kept it as a yellow anyway. But he caught him fucking high up on the ankle.
So I'm going to give you the counterpoint on that. He made the save. And I remember Hugo Lloris literally reaching up and grabbing Richarlison's ankle and pulling him to the ground as his finger, deliberately pulling him down. And they said because he made the save, it's not a penalty. If that's the case, he made the save, it's not a penalty. If we're
I don't
going by
remember
that
him
rationale,
touching that ball.
it went right off his chest. Right off his chest. He came out, it went right off his chest, and he went right through him.
Yeah.
Oh, I do agree that it was absolutely violent. He came in recklessly. Absolutely agree to that. But he saved the ball. And for all the definitions that I've heard over and over and over again from PGMOL is that if the keeper makes the save and has saved the ball, he is in the clear. Then by that rationale, he is in the fucking clear. I'd be saying that if that was Allison doing it to our guy.
To the letter of the law, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
And I think his touch on the ball makes it maybe a yellow, but I still think it's a penalty.
Yeah.
You can't just fucking go through somebody like that.
And made the save. They've laid that parameter out.
Yeah, but how many parameters have been laid out that they don't follow on a regular basis?
We'll see that at the end of this match.
So it benefits you, so it's fine. I mean, it's ultimately, again, it comes down to the consistency of refereeing and how shit it is. And the refereeing in England is dog shit.
But it was a corner kick because it went off an Everton player as it went out of bounds. That's also important when we look at the other foul at the end of the match. Right off the jump, man of the hour, Thomas Souček, clean header, boom,
Always.
Back of the net.
Whenever
1-0.
West Ham need a goal, he fucking does it.
Yep. And a perfect ball from Bowen, and again,
It's excellent.
What Bowen unsung, he's gotten his goals this year, but the amount of assist and the timeliness of assist, and particularly down the stretch,
he's been awesome.
He has been pulling up. He has been the playmaker for every single West Ham goal for the last 2 months. It has been on the foot of him. He's been the one making it happen. And they're up 1-0 and now have a 4-point lead. With that, Everton start to press. And West Ham decide to sit back. They get a few counterattacks, but that's again that speed of Bowen and
Somerville
are putting into it, right?
And I really rate Pablo over I can't even remember his fucking name. Lucas Paquetá, who went back to Brazil, didn't he?
Yep.
This guy Pablo that's come in off the back of that is so much better. Just put that anywhere.
Yeah, I know. Pour it all over my hand. There you go. Did that for you.
He's white girl wasted already.
It's a really damn good whiskey. Settle down. But at this point, though, you can also tell West Ham is going to pack it in, and it feels like that match where they packed it in too early with a 2-0 lead and ended up drawing 2-2.
Everton did start to turn the screw a bit after that, right? And they started to press a bit more as they had more possession. As they started to find, and Kieran Dewsbury-Hall was the main protagonist in that, basically. Running through the lines, carrying the ball, finding passes, had a shot or two himself. Not necessarily working, what's his name, in the West Ham goal, but Hermanson making West Ham think about some things.
Well, there's the ball off the post that that got headed up. I mean, they're
Tino Berry had an excellent shot on target as well.
They're on them. They are very, very much on them. Now let's turn ourselves back over to.
Bro, some of the parts of that match were unwatchable. I'm watching the highlights. I'm glad I didn't watch this entire fucking thing.
Again, to quote our good friend Daniel Paletti, It was two shit football teams playing a shit football match.
One of the things I wrote about this was like, it is so plain to see why these clubs find themselves in this position.
Right.
They're such shit.
Yeah. And
it was so bad. And I know I'm an Arsenal supporter, and I know I get pelters all the time, especially from our friend Mark, about being biased towards Arsenal and having this anti-Tottenham. I will say again for the record, I do not want them to go down. I don't want a year without my Derby and a free 6 points.
But
I don't want that.
it.
But they're so
deserve
shit.
it.
They're so shit.
And
they're
finally,
so shit.
And finally, almost fucking accidentally in the 82nd minute, they finally fucking score.
It was actually a decent hit.
Yeah.
Right? It was
a good hit.
It was a decent hit.
But it was a comedy of errors of Wolves trying to clear the ball. Like it just.
But then you also, rather not a great hit. It was a great pass. It was tackled into the goal by João Palhinha.
Yeah.
It was not a shot. It was a tackle.
Yeah.
Because that's all João Palhinha knows what to do.
Just like,
he got very excited about that, and he jumped over the advertising hoardings, and it looked like he might have started to think about taking his shirt off. And he high-fived a Spurs fan and then remembered what happened last weekend.
Yeah,
and the week before that. Don't do that.
And
what
every
happened
time
to
Richarlison scores a goal.
Yeah. Don't do that. Calm down. Back on the field. Stay organized.
Yeah.
But the only reason he was on the field was because Zabby Siemens, and very sad, a mainstay in the Dutch national team over the last couple of years, ruptured his ACL. Mm-hmm. So he's out for the World Cup and probably a majority of next season.
Yeah.
Good news, though, is James Madison just finished recovering from his ACL issue.
Able to get him on the pitch.
So they were able to get him on the pitch for a little bit.
Now, with that, the lead is back to 2 points because both teams are currently winning.
Yep.
And here it is. We're back to, honestly, the match that's worth talking about because that's about all we need to say about Wolves and Spurs other than the whistle blew.
Well, no, Kinski made a phenomenal save from a free kick right at the death.
That's right. Yep.
And especially after he was thrown under the bus and his confidence dented, at least dented by Igor Tudor. A lot of people named Igor all of a sudden in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Or associated with the Premier League this season. You don't hear a lot of Igors anymore. Was absolutely fantastic save. He was going the wrong way. It was a phenomenal strike. And he was able to adjust his body and get a strong hand to it to flip it over the bar for a corner.
Right.
But that is the only other thing to say about that match. Finished 1-0, done.
So at West Ham, ball in the box, over towards the goal line and the end of the box. Tierno Berry seemingly looking to bring the ball down to turn around. Fernandez brings his arms around him, and in the clearest of hits the ball with his hand. Like
he punched the ball out of bounds.
Not like it hit his arm or the shirt area. It was
it's not even he just had his hands on Barry.
Sam, he made a fucking save. He made a save. He did a punching fucking save.
I could see like if they were grappling, which ended up being the words of the officials. But I could see if they were like grabbing each other and his hand is on Barry and the ball hits his hand. Like I could see, no, he punched it.
Yeah, he just went around him and punched the fucking ball out of bounds. And VAR takes a look at it and said we
should have given Jordan a red card and we didn't. So
they say
we're not calling this one.
They say he was in the midst of a grappling. They were grappling.
A grappling motion.
If you're grappling somebody inside the box, isn't that also a fucking foul?
No, because that's holding, pulling, pushing. Grappling is not covered in the laws.
It's just fucking.
If you UFC it, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Clearly. And then
Jordan was kickboxing. They were grappling. It's okay.
And then Sam, they decided it wasn't a handball. Mm-hmm. It was a goal kick, Sam. It was a fucking goal kick. He hit the
ball to decide if it's a penalty. Yes, they got that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, they then can only give the decision that was on the field, which was a goal kick. So the referee missed it. The linesman missed it.
Yeah.
Should have been a corner.
And it was on the linesman's side. It was on the line.
Correct.
It was the linesman was on the line looking directly at it.
You know who I say?
Who?
And we don't often talk about the EFL. on this show at all. But York City, Rochdale, finished 3-3, I think it was.
1-1.
1-1, sorry. The goal was scored for Rochdale near to stoppage time. Very, very late in stoppage time.
We're going to talk about this on EFL show.
I know. What I'm saying is this context, promote this linesman who had the fucking ball sack to say that ball was over the line.
Yeah, yeah.
That scored the equalizer for York City.
That saw it, yes.
It was 2 feet over the line, no VAR assistance, no replay assistance, no any assistance.
No fucking whip, fucking
no
watch buzzing.
None of that.
None of that.
And had the nutsack to stand up and go across the fucking line. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, it did.
Yeah.
When we were able to see the replays, it sure enough did cross that line by only about 2 feet. But he saw it.
But you know what?
Promote this guy and get rid of this dude in the Everton game.
Despite them getting it all wrong, doesn't matter. Why? Kieran fucking Dewsbury Hall.
That's right.
Because after all, you're my Dewsbury Hall, baby. Fucking 1-1. And now, Spurs are fucking out of the zone by 1 point.
Yep.
Because now West Ham are level and Spurs are winning, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, don't fucking say. But West Ham make the sub, and you could almost sense it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The minute Callum Wilson comes on, you go, that guy's scoring, because you know what he always does? Score on Everton.
Yeah. It's one of his favorite clubs to score against.
And Everton were pushing for the winner, which I'm not going to give them a hard time about. They're trying
chasing
to
Europe.
And they went for it and just got hit out of position. And voila, next thing you know, goal, Callum Wilson, because of course he does, because he always fucking does. And he did it for Bournemouth. He did it for Newcastle. He does it for West Ham. He always finds a way to fucking score against us. And they go up.
Unsung hero in this whole passage of play is Kyle Walker-Peters. Had he not jumped into the net and very obviously jumped out of the way of the field of play, would have been offsides.
Yep, jumped into the goal. Yep.
He made his run, right, for the header back from, I think it was Jared Bowen again, actually.
Yep, it was Bowen.
He had overrun that piece of play, and instead of trying to stay on the field and affect Jordan Pickford, continued his run into the net and then jumped further into the net when he saw the ball going to Callum Wilson, and could have been called offsides had he been in the field of play.
Not
very
could have,
astute,
would have.
Very astute.
He'd have been standing right next to Pickford. They would have absolutely said especially after what happened at the other end, they would have said no goal.
It is a very astute, very heads-up piece of play by him to make sure he was not in the field of play by being in the goal.
Yep.
And Pickford unable, Callum Wilson's not missing from there, right?
No.
There's no way. He's a seasoned striker.
He was even smart. He kicked it into the ground. So, because he just knew all he had to do was put
it on target, basically.
On it, and you'll get it in there.
And
just
not hit my own teammate with it, and I'll be fine.
Yep.
But a very heads up, very astute piece of play from Kyle Walker-Peters, and that has to be mentioned.
And with that, the whistle blows on both matches, and everything remains exactly the same. West Ham up by 2 points.
Yeah, some Looney Tunes shit that ultimately has no consequence.
Well, here's where I'm going to disagree, and this is the question that I'm going to ask of you. Everything remains the same. Who did better with their win?
West Ham.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Because nobody's hurt.
Well, nobody's hurt. They did it emphatically. They fought.
Two of Tottenham's best players got hurt. The only player they have that can really carry the ball. Yeah. Now, we don't know what James Madison's going to be like. He's been out for fucking 9 months.
Right, precisely.
We don't know how good he's going to be, but he's now in a position where he's going to have to start. And I hate to bring the EFL in again, but Hull City, 11 minutes into his debut return from an ACL injury, one of their players did his other knee.
Yeah.
11 minutes after coming back.
Right. Oh, and then Derby County, their striker, and they're 2 points off the fucking playoffs as well. So, again, we're going to get to that later.
But I'm saying Hull's guy, right, was out with his left knee ACL. He comes back and does his right knee in 11 minutes. So, for me, It's just evidence that we don't know what James Madison's going to do.
Right.
Right?
Precisely.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Is you had Xavi Simons seemingly finally coming into form after all season of being a fucking shithouse, and now he's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And you have James Madison coming back from a similar injury, right? What is he going to be able to do in these last 4 games to save Spurs?
Mm-hmm.
And the way West Ham are playing, what Spurs have to target, honestly, when Arsenal play West Ham.
Yeah.
Arsenal will have to put West Ham to the sword at that point, right? Yeah. Ours is we're coming on to it, obviously, but ours is a straight shootout with City.
Yeah.
It's essentially, if you, on paper, both of us should win out.
Whoever scores the most goals
So
wins
it's whoever
the league.
scores the most goals wins the league.
Yep, precisely.
Right? So for that, Spurs have to go the game again. We have to do what we have to do, right? We have to match West Ham's results. But what it is the game that Arsenal play West Ham, Spurs have to win that game.
Yeah.
Period.
So everything remains the same, but it does feel like the team in form is West Ham. And for me as an Everton supporter, we're probably out of Europe. I mean, I know we're only a win away, but there's some tough games in there. I'm not sure we're going to get
Play
there.
City Monday, yeah.
Yeah, but
it's tough.
But for me, it is.
I need you to put on your best shithouse performance.
Yeah,
for me.
we're going to go for it.
I need you to do that.
The shot is actually for Tiano Berry. Since the Arsenal match, when he brought his mates and all his mates were Arsenal supporters, and he caught a lot of shit for that. He's been a little fucking attitude-y. He was one of the people marking Van Dijk on the corner that lost us the Merseyside derby. He had that one ball, that one shot, but outside of that, has not impressed. My shout out, my lord, is, dude, just be a fucking professional. If you're not happy, you want to get sold, but if you're on the pitch, fucking
do your job.
Do your fucking job, please. Just play. Good. But he's fucking lost the plot. So this is for him. God, that sucks. All right, we're 40 minutes in, so we're going to fucking zip through the rest of this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
No, but there's not a lot to talk about the rest of it.
Right, exactly. Turning our attention to the title race with identical scores as it comes down to the finest of margins. Manchester City 1, Burnley 0, Arsenal 1, Newcastle 0. City win, they completely dominate, but they only get 1 goal. And if there's a silver lining...
Completely dominates a bit of a stretch. Donnarumma was forced into 2 or 3 really good saves. Mm-hmm. And then there were some decent blocks in there by the City defense that on another day could have gone anywhere.
Well, also, the one thing we overlooked when talking about this game last week was for Burnley, if they lost, they were going down. So they played like a team that was trying to survive.
Yeah.
Good on them.
No, fair dues. But the other thing, it's really, I mean, the game didn't offer much, right? I mean, City could have won by 5 or 6 goals, right? But they couldn't finish properly, other than the one very tidy finish from Erling Haaland, obviously, early on that won the game.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about here briefly is the post-match interview with Haaland. Yeah. Very defensive, very tetchy. With the interviewer, basically saying, "Are you disappointed that you didn't score more goals?" And he was like, "Win's a win. That's all that matters. We won the game. That's all we care about is winning the game. Because if we drop points, and then it's back in their hands. But we won the game, so it's fine." And he was like, "Yeah, but on paper, it looks like it's going to be a shootout."
You know what he gives me?
This is one of the worst teams and one of the easiest games you had left on your schedule. Should you have scored more goals? He was like, "Yeah, but we won though, so it's fine." It was very strange.
You know what vibes he gives me? Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Remember Cam Newton, whenever winning games, be very boisterous, celebrating touchdowns, but if they lost, he just wouldn't talk to the press, or he'd just sit up there and mope.
I don't disagree with you.
Very because Haaland loves to pump his chest when things are going well.
He hit Gabriel in the back of the head with a ball.
Yeah, he loves the shit talking. Oh yeah, and the stay humble.
Should have been
bullshit.
Sent off for it.
Yeah, the stay humble.
And then the stay humble stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Just okay. But then don't if you're gonna be the villain, be the fucking villain.
Yeah.
Be the fucking Zlatan. It's always been Zlatan. Mm-hmm. It does not matter. He is always going to be that guy. Mm-hmm. He's all and he knows his part, and he doesn't let the bullshit get to him. In fact, if things don't go his way, he doubles down. He gets fucking crazier.
Well, what do they say in Scotland, man? Never back down. Double down.
Exactly. One quick thought about Burnley, and then we will move on. For me, I say you keep Parker. You're going down to the championship. It wasn't.
They're not going to get any better, are they?
Right, and they're still building as the same team. This is a team, if they go back down the championship and don't give up any fucking goals like they did the last time, they'll go right the fuck back up.
Yeah, I think so. I also think that J.J. Watt actually cares and is becoming more and more involved. Right? At least he seems to be.
Burnley's success came off of being a yo-yo club for so many years, and then boom, suddenly they made Europe, and they stuck around for a while.
Right.
So that's nothing wrong with it.
And there's nothing wrong with, changing managers. You bring in different ideas, you bring in different players. You a lot of times, I mean, as we've seen with Spurs, you end up with a conglomeration of players that doesn't fit
You'll get
anyone's system, really. We see it with Manchester United as well, right? I mean, now Michael Carrick's worked it out, seemingly, but you have this conglomeration of players that doesn't really fit any one system, and you just end up playing the scatterbrain shit. So not changing managers isn't necessarily a bad thing.
right.
I think they'll probably lose Dubravka.
Yeah.
I think he's a good backup for any Premier League club.
They're losing. My name is Steve. He was the only one of the defenders that stayed with the team when they went up of that defense
Of that group, yeah.
And despite the own goals, other than he's been a stalwart.
Despite fucking up a lot.
No, it was the 2 own goals in one game, right? But
That's a lot of fuck up.
yeah, but other than that,
Trey Humes only had 1 own goal this season.
yeah, but other than that, he's been very good. Like he's been in a very bad scenario. The simple point is he's getting a move. He's going to be on a Premier League.
My name is Steve, and I play elsewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what? Your boys came out swinging, man. You actually looked intense.
We were swinging the whole game. We just couldn't get the ball in the back of the fucking net. Here's another goalkeeper that should have been sent off this weekend.
Yeah.
Nick fucking Pope.
I was gonna say,
how's that not a penalty?
He deliberately. Yes, there was a player running back into position. It was so fucking blatantly deliberate. He just grabbed him, pulled him down.
Here's the deal, right? The rules say a denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? If there's a covering defender very near to Yorkeresh, you could argue that the opportunity is not there. But it's a DOGZO. The acronym we all love to say is the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity.
And
the defender was nowhere fucking near stopping the opportunity.
Right. Yeah. And it was a red. It was a red card.
Nick Pope should have been sent off. We should have been awarded a penalty.
Yeah, it was
and we
absolutely
should have won a minimum 2-0.
You would have scored more goals if they were down to 10 men.
100% we would have. That's the only unfortunate thing that comes from the game. Raya made a fucking phenomenal save from a Sandro Tonali shot. What made it more intense that not enough people have talked about is the fact
Pickford off Tonali, but
listen, he took that shot from the shade. Raya standing in the sunshine.
Yeah,
and you know your fucking self.
You don't see it till it comes into the light.
And with the movement of that ball as well. That is one of the saves of the season, in my opinion.
Absolutely. It was incredible.
100%.
Tonali's just in there going, my goal total should be 2 higher. But 2 motherfuckers pulled it out their damn ass.
But the 2 best goalkeepers in the league stopped me from doing that.
Exactly. The 2. That's what I was about to say. It is the 2, hands down, the 2 best.
But other than that, not a lot happened in the game. I mean, what was nice was we've relied so much on Gabriel from corners, right? Or Saliba getting a flick back. He doesn't score enough goals, Saliba. But getting balls back across the goal. They had we mixed it up and did something short.
Right.
And we got a goal from it. Because I think Newcastle didn't expect any of that.
You know
what? It was nice to see them mix up a set piece for once.
Key thing here, Sam, very simple. Job done, right? You're back on top.
Also, Newcastle were one of our bogey teams over the last few seasons. How many times have Newcastle beaten us when they shouldn't have, right? Or we got bullied or, what have you. This, on paper, was our hardest game for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Right? And we got through it unscathed. Now, fucking handbrake off.
Just be one goal better. Just be one goal better.
That's all you got to do. That's all it needs.
rounding out the rest of the league. And so that happened. Waving that shit away like you're not going to get to do it. Brighton 3, Chelsea 0, Leeds 2, Bournemouth 2, Fulham 1, Villa 0, Liverpool 3, Palace 1, Man U 2, Brentford 1, and the FA Cup semifinals saw City over Southampton 2-1 and Chelsea over Leeds 1-0. Liam Rose Sr.?
My way downtown, walking fast. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, the Seagulls came in and snatched as if his nutsack were that packet of chips that Seagull stole from that video.
As you referred to earlier, Doff.
Yeah. I mean, they dominated. Chelsea didn't muster a shot on target.
Nothing.
They offered absolutely fuck all.
And
it was literally domination by Brighton. I think Herzl has got them buzzing, and they are the form team in the Premier League right now.
Oh yeah,
I don't think enough
from being
they
just
are,
mundane to just shot up they're fucking sixth.
4 points off a Champions League spot.
Yeah, just shot up the fucking table, man.
What I'm very excited about, and I needed this result big time because remember, the final game of the season might come into play for the old title race.
Yep.
If Brighton and Liverpool keep winning,
it makes Villa have to care.
Villa care.
Yeah. Just going to keep Villa caring.
If I can get a little Nottingham Forest help in the semifinals of the Europa League, so Villa needs that league position to qualify for the Champions League, it'd be even better.
I'd like to see my wife's team win a European title.
I don't disagree, and I wish it didn't come down to this. Okay?
Dude, hey, look, man.
Because I don't mind Villa.
Told you, I don't want to have to root for City to win the FA Cup, but if it means my team gets into Europe...
But it's been 22 years.
Heard.
I need this league title.
I fucking need this league title.
I need Villa to care.
I know we always say you need to play for the manager. But this honestly felt like Chelsea deserved it.
Oh yeah, they don't give a fuck.
That squad was playing for Maresca. They were, and the club just decided because it wasn't.
He wasn't
going,
a yes man.
Because it wasn't going perfectly. He was going fine.
He wasn't a yes man. It doesn't matter about perfect. They dictate who you play because they want to resell them for a profit.
Yep.
If they don't make the Champions League, by all accounts, they're in financial ruin almost. They need that TV money from that tournament.
They ain't making Champions League.
Or they have to sell players for a boatload of money. They also didn't bank on Mikhailo Mudryk fucking being done for doping.
Yeah, but they also get to take that there was
I'm sure his wages are off the books.
Yeah, they get that out of there.
Doesn't matter to the $100 million they spent on him. That's still on their books.
Yeah.
They still owe Spartak or whoever, Dynamo Kiev, their money.
Leeds and Bournemouth was just a fun fucking watch.
It was a great watch.
It was a great fucking
great
match.
Game.
And the two...
much better than the FA Cup semifinal.
And here's the two key things that you really take out of it is Bournemouth are still getting points. They're still unbeaten. And Leeds get an important point.
What a parting gift for Areola if he can deliver a first European campaign for them and then ride off into the sunset. That's how people should retire. Right? Didn't Nolan Ryan write a book about retiring right?
Yeah.
And then Brett Favre read it and did everything wrong? Including sending a dick pic to a journalist?
Yes, exactly.
Of 30 years his minor?
Yes.
Areola's doing it the right way. I'm fucking off out of here.
Yep.
While I'm on a high.
Yep. But I'm going to send y'all to Europe. Y'all be all right. Enjoy that extra money, right?
That's exactly right. A couple of good goals in the game as well. I mean, Junior Krupi's goal was excellent. That whole move was phenomenal. And then Leeds had a couple of decent goals in this game. I was super impressed. It was a very fun watch.
Absolutely. You know what was not a fun watch? Fulham and fucking Villa.
Bro.
Whew.
You gonna do this for her too? You're gonna let her talk this time?
I mean,
explain yourself.
She'll have to unmute herself. I mean, let's see if she says it. I'm gonna wait to see if she says it herself.
I'm happy with it. This
you
helps me.
You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? The absolute truth? You know the truth?
Did you?
I did. I was there. Well, I was present the entire match. Asleep on the couch.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I woke up. I said, "Fuck." And went right back to sleep.
Put your shirt on, went on the couch, and went back to bed.
Well, because
you ain't missed much.
Because that match offered fucking nothing.
You ain't missed much.
It offered nothing. Like it. I mean,
I don't
Fulham.
remember the goal.
Sessignon. It was a decent goal.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a
yeah,
decent
yeah.
hit, but
It
just
wa-
meh,
What a terrible game.
meh.
Like I got my microphone far away from me. Can I just
Yeah,
and then,
do your shot, hit your mute, and we'll keep on rolling because
you
that
know,
was
here's
There's nothing to talk about.
Here's to putting me to bed early.
yeah, that was two professional teams played a match in the English Premier League.
Yeah,
That's exactly what the fuck that
for
was.
sure. It was horrific.
You know what? Reds are getting hot at the right time here to finish out the season.
And getting goals from the people that are leaving. Sad potential. Mo Salah may have done his hamstring and might be out for the rest of
yeah,
the year.
that would
He
suck.
got subbed off with a worrisome. He was holding his left hamstring. That'd be a terrible way to end.
Yeah. Well, and also even I have enough of a heart to say this. Like he's a consummate professional. He's an excellent player. It's like if that was Luis Suarez, I'd be like, good, the cunt fucking deserves it.
Yeah, those interviews around December were weird.
Yeah, but still for the most part, he just
Yeah, he went about his
he
business.
does the fucking job.
Absolutely.
Right? He does the fucking job. And him get it's like
For it to end, if he's unavailable for the rest of the season, for it to end in that way would be a tough pill to swallow.
real quick to Palace, they're looking towards the McRib. That's it. That's what they're going for.
Oh,
They-
100%.
like,
And
that's
they
it.
know they're safe, right? That's it.
They care about
if
the
they-
McRib and they
if-
care about being home.
If they win that trophy, they are in another European competition again.
Which is exactly what they need, considering they're about to lose
Lose a
multiple
bunch of
players
people.
and
Yeah.
their coach
And
so
their manager.
They're going to need that money to just make themselves solvent. and
The
whole.
only thing we have to talk about is the Daniel Munoz goal. Unsavory? Question mark?
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illegal? Nope.
No, not
There's
at all.
under no obligatory reason to put that ball out.
Yep.
It's a very South American thing to do.
You know,
I love everything about it.
we used to see that
I'm
shit.
here for it. That's brilliant.
You remember one time with DU, Chile, the ball went out of bounds and he waved to me as I went over to get it to roll it to him. I rolled to him, he put it down, he tried to take a quick shot and he missed. And I was like, fuck you. And he was like, just shrugged his shoulders like, you gave me the ball. I was like, okay, well, I'll remember that from now on, asshole.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. South American, man.
Yeah. Hey, he was dumb enough to get a little too close on a corner. He got some rib. You know?
South America.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
It's going to happen.
Period.
And-
I thought it was brilliant. I think it's hysterical.
Last thought on Liverpool, we'll move on to the next match, is that
Isak scored, which is huge.
yes, Isak scored, which is huge. We've talked about what an absolute shit year it's been for Liverpool. Where's Liverpool going to end up? Champions League.
Probably fourth, yeah.
Think about what we've talked about when we talk about
United, Chelsea, Tottenham.
or City, right? Like City had an off year last year. Where they end up? Champions League.
in 27 seasons or something, I think Arsenal have not played European football once.
Yeah.
It was that year we finished in 10th.
So when
Chelsea
you're
have done it twice
Yeah.
or 3 times maybe.
Yeah.
Tottenham, obviously, we see what they're doing.
yeah, United a few
There's
times.
United
now.
a couple of times. Yeah, it's for teams like now Liverpool at the beginning of their rebuild under Brendan Rodgers and a couple others. There was a couple of seasons where they finished in like 7th and had nothing.
Yeah.
because the McRib didn't exist. But for the most part, a shit season for Liverpool is 4th place.
Yeah. So United win and were lethal when they needed to be, despite the fact that the Bees completely fucking controlled and the Bees completely had the better of the opportunities.
For the most
They
part,
really
yeah.
did.
I mean, I thought it was a really entertaining game.
It was.
To
It was
be
a
honest.
very entertaining game.
There were stretches where the Bees didn't do a lot, and United did a decent amount.
Right.
And United started in a blaze of glory. I mean, the Kobe Mainoo's run. Just look at how he sidestepped those players, right? And creating that opportunity for Diallo or for it was Diallo, Amad Diallo. Now, honestly, frankly, a very lucky deflection because the defending player was just trying to get back in position, and it happened to caroon off his calf for a corner. But what the fuck was Ruben Amorim doing for 18 months that Kobe Manu wasn't playing football?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, he should have been playing.
Is it a lot of the things I see are just like, what was this guy thinking?
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird.
Yeah. And
How could you not rate that kid?
Carrick may not be the answer, but, like, you got to give him the opportunity because at least the one thing he's done.
I think so too.
He's got them playing like they're fucking Manchester United again.
I think so too.
And it may end up being disastrous like Gunnar, was like Ole was, but it was.
Bruno Fernandes is still a cunt, by the way.
You needed the arm around him. Of course he is, but he's also one away from.
Did you see him push Igor Thiago into the referee? Mm-hmm. I think that could have been a little spicy on the old card situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Using someone else rather than pushing the referee yourself, I still think justifies as a hit.
I would tend to agree. I would tend to agree because the intent was there, but they're not going to make that call, though. They're not going to make that call.
No. Matthias Jensen, near to the end of the game, probably 86th, 87th minute with one of the goals of the season.
Oh, what a rip.
Absolutely phenomenal strike. It's absolutely fantastic.
But one would also say the Bees should have probably already been on the board at that point.
Thiago should have had a fucking hat trick in the first half.
Yeah. They had the opportunities.
That was absurd.
The last thing worth mentioning is Bruno Fernandes is one assist away from tying Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry's single season record.
I hope he doesn't do it.
I mean, everybody hopes he doesn't do it because he's a fucking cunt. We all don't like him, and which is going to make the next thing I say even harder to say. If City doesn't win the title, but Haaland wins the scoring title, you can't make him player of the season.
But they will.
I think it should be Bruno Fernandes should be player of the fucking season.
I think it should be Declan Rice. Honestly.
That's fair.
Now,
That's
but those sorts of midfielders don't get the plaudits, right? I mean, it's not going to happen.
Right.
But
I mean, I like I said, I hate to admit it because I don't like him, but he deserves the accolades.
Well, and for the whole first half of the season, he was booking the hotels, he was doing the flights, he was doing everything at that club.
He's completely carried that fucking club. Finally, very, very short and brief because neither game were particularly good. Our FA Cup final has been determined, and it's the final that nobody except for Manchester City and Chelsea fans wanted to see.
Right, and I'll tell you what I said on injury and on soundcheck. The City fans didn't even care about this game because they had an entire section of their allotment was out.
Yeah.
Out of stock. Nobody there. No one in the stands. The Saints really did give it a go.
They gave it all they could.
This was the only game worth talking about. Chelsea and Leeds was shit. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for Leeds. But somebody pointed out that they just hate Wembley.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just absolutely hate Wembley.
Yeah.
Look at their playoff record trying to come up from the championship. It's abysmal. They haven't reached the FA Cup final for 50 years almost, 42 years, something like that. Something absolutely insane.
Well, what I was going to say is Chelsea pulled a Leeds on Leeds.
Yeah.
They got the goal, and then they just went, we're going to make this real fucking ugly.
Yeah, and they did. But the Southampton, we dared to dream for a few minutes, right? It was a wonderful strike. Mm-hmm. The sad part is going to be one of them goals nobody remembers.
Nope.
Because City ultimately won the game fairly handedly.
Because it's what City does.
But Donnarumma was forced into a couple of saves again, and it just shows. And this is what's given me a little bit of hope here, right? I mean, I was very downtrodden after the City defeat last week, right?
Yeah, you absolutely were.
The game against Burnley and this game have given me a little hope that City still look a bit shaky, man. Mm-hmm. They still look a bit shaky. And I didn't mean Donnarumma. I meant James Trafford because he played. I've got some hope.
Yeah.
I've got some hope.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And that's it.
Yeah. And
but City, Chelsea, I might not even watch the fucking FA Cup final.
I'm not. I'm so not.
Sure money.
I lost because City were too scared to score against Burnley a lot. So my reverse psychology worked this time. Yes. Kinda.
So
because they didn't extend the goal differential lead. So I am now only up $987.
Very good. I am down $2,467.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
Gonna like this nice even number, Mr. Graham.
All right.
6.25% of the time works 100% of the time.
Because there's a fraction, it's not an even number, but I take your point.
Yes,
It's not 9 decimal places.
yeah, exactly. And I'm going to follow my trend.
9-way parlay.
All right, let me go ahead and give this one to you. This is a spicy one. Leeds over Burnley, Sunderland over Wolves, Brighton over Newcastle, Arsenal over Fulham, Bournemouth over Palace, Man U over Liverpool to continue the chance of that lad not having to getting to finally cut his hair. Villa over Spurs, Chelsea Forest draw, Brentford West Ham draw, Everton Manchester City draw.
Hey, get in, son. Come on. Do that. I will kiss you on the mouth.
I'm gonna
Whether you want it or not.
I'm gonna have you put this in as a dollar bet on your because I don't have an account right because I just don't do the online gambling thing. Plus $768,842, my good friend, if that hits.
Nice.
We're putting a oneer on that.
Yeah, we're putting $1 on that.
We're putting $1 on
fine.
that one. Yeah.
Actually, they had a deposit match today, so I threw some money in to get some extra free money.
Yeah. Okay.
I might put $6.25 on that
Okay. Well, it's
and retire.
yeah. Of that 625, then 125 of it is mine, 5 of it is yours, and we divvy up accordingly.
Oh, I'm gonna need 5 cold hard quarters from you. That's the case.
All right, I'll give you a
joking.
singular dollar. Yeah,
I'm
I got
joking.
you. But yeah, that's my bet. So I'm doing this the rest of the way. I'm picking results on 10 games the rest of the way. And if one of them hits, it'll be too fucking funny.
It'll be my last day of the season as usual that I do my 10-legger.
Yep.
All right, so I've only got 5 legs in this one.
9-way parlay.
One of which is trying to will into existence. Actually, 2 of which are trying to will into existence because I do tend to believe that City and us will win out the season. So I've got Leeds to beat Burnley.
Okay.
Burnley are shit.
Yeah.
Leeds are not shit. Although Burnley might play with a little bit more freedom because they've already been relegated now.
Yeah, you saw the freedom that Wolves played with
Right.
after
So
being
we'll
already relegated.
We'll see what happens there. Everton and City under 3.5.
Okay.
Just in the game period. That's all I'm doing.
2-1 City win.
Right.
Got it.
So only a +1.
Right. A 1-1 would make you even happier.
Sunderland to bounce back and beat Wolves.
Yep.
I think Wolves gave it their best shot, and the rest of the season is going to be shit. Lastly, Arsenal to beat Fulham, over 2.5 in the game.
Not good gambling.
But I think we're probably 3-0 winners.
Okay.
So we pick up 2 goals on City,
Okay.
is the hope.
That is the hope.
If we're 3-0 and they beat you 2-1,
Get it the fuck together, Sam.
we pick up 2 goals. That all... Uh-oh. I didn't write down the odds. I did place the bet already, though, so it'll take me just 2 seconds to get you the odds. Because I'm a fucking idiot.
Brilliant.
What a moron.
Great production.
Thank you.
there, Mr.
Thank
Graham.
you.
Well
I
done.
appreciate it. I've been
trying to
very,
stall for
I've
you
been
here.
very good recently.
Yeah.
Plus 718.
I feel like I'm being tortured.
Plus 718.
Plus 718. Very good. All righty.
Plus 718. on
That
that.
is going to wrap it up, boys and girls. Mr. Graham, any parting words?
I don't have any parting words because we've already done most of them
Yep. And-
during the show.
Excellent. Next up is DU Does EFL and Injury Time, where first off we talk about the rest of English football, which there's a lot going on there. And then, of course, Injury Time, where we're going to preview the weekend's action and talk about the beers we were drinking and check in on fantasy, which in Mr. Graham in my league, there have been some changes. Ooh. Should you want to support the show or get this show ad-free, Mr. Graham, how do you go about doing it?
One last time, it's patreon.com/DFootball Show. Sign up to that $1 $5 tier. You get everything Sam's talking about, ad-free shows, and all of the extra content in which we are very, very funny, if I do say so myself.
We are. Except for Mel. She's kind of coasting through it. She's a little tired over there. Till next week, everybody.
That was your fault. Good night.